What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're going to be talking about the good, the bad, and everything about Resurgence Booster. So without further ado, let's get into the video and talk about it. So first off, let's break it down. What did JP get in their Rising Wind Booster, which is a clone of what we get for Resurgence Booster, which is vice versa. We're a clone of that. So all cards of foil or better, plus one pack will include one super rare, secret, or parallel card. Plus, that's really good. The 5 points must see. First off, a large amount of reprints for all purposes. So they had, memory boosts, tamers that you needed, security rookies, different types of cards that were just really vital up to BT5. They also had in the main set, they had these parallel memory boosts, which basically helped out making you want to get the set more and more. Or, new players that like max rarity. Then you have magazine exclusives that were hard to get for them, which was the Garurumon, Weregarurumon, Aerovedramon line. And then they redesigned the Agumon promo, Greymon promo, and Gammamon promo as well. You also got 33 new cards in there, which was pretty decent actually. And, it also debuted Arcturus and Paroxymon for the set that wasn't really in the anime, but it was kind of cool to see. They also give you suggestions here. Box topper was what we got basically. We got these we could get the tamers plus the jelly plus the, inside reprint booster cards. And then also you had a shot at a very hard pull rate for Seriousmon. So let's get to the product information real quick. There are 20 types of cards for commons, 25 for the uncommons, 33 types for rares, super rares 21, secrets 6 type, promotionals are 17, 19 parallel rares included. It's not bad. It's 12 cards per pack, which was an increase for them. If I remember correctly, they don't have as big of a pool like us when it comes down to booster packs. So let's see what we have here, though. Now let's take a look. All cards are foil or better, 6 must-see points. So the return of legacy cards, instead of getting us easy access to the alternative arts, they just gave us a mass quantity of the regular mem boosts. The same promotional cards. We got the Agumon, Greymon, Gammamon. 33 new cards. You have alternate art cards that are included as box toppers with a chance at Sirius. But then we got, to compensate for the lack of security rookies, they put in reprints of cards that we weren't getting. We got the Vedramon, the Narabi, the Amphi, and the Sirius, but also gave you a shot at Hero, Ruli, and Koshiros that were a little bit tougher to get the hands on, but now they're foiled. Okay. Then you have Holy Flame and Kaiser Nail, which are unique to the set. So breakdown was kind of the same rate: 21 types, 25 types, 32 types, 21 types, 7 types, 17. If we look at it again, we had 1 extra in the commons, 1 less in the rare. That's interesting. 21 super types, 7 secrets compared to their 6, and then 17 promotional. Kind of just on par for what we expected. That's not bad at all. And if you take a look right now on Resurgence Boosters, they are $58 and plummeting. People are just trying to move the product. A lot of newer players, because of how bad the ratio is really hurting people wanting to buy product. I mean, again, if you want new players to play an open product, you need to have the incentive that it's worth it. At the end of the day, this wasn't worth it for new players. Older players, though, I gotta say this was perfect for them. Cards became excessively easy for them. Again, even for the budget players, it really helped out. One of the major things also is what makes a lot of it come down to is that a lot of older players are seeking these boxes here. Digimon Adventure Box 02 Resurgence Booster reprint. So this, sitting at $40 a pop right now on resales, is because of the alternate art mem boost. It's the only way you can get them in the set. So that becomes a fine drawing point for this. You know, it comes with 4 packs, and the hits seem to be really decent when you buy this product. So you're not really getting sidestepped when you buy this for 25. The fact that they're trying to sell it for 40 is a little ridiculous. The 25 is what its MSRP. Don't buy this at the 40s at all. But, you know, you get 4 packs and one of the 6 and a random Digimon figure, which is a really decent little token to do a memory gauge with. So, but they also have this set booster. I haven't found this one yet, but we'll have to see when this comes out. But I don't know. Someone might see it in the wild, they won't see it there. But let's take a look at cards we want to look at here that, you know, have affected in the market since. We have like the Sirius box topper at 90s, Arcturus is at 24s, Sirius is 16 sitting, Paroxymon's at 27s. You know, not bad for listings. Amphimon's at 10s, and then 5 for Darabis. You know, this all adds up. Regulus is at like $3 a pop. Big issue here is with Regulus is it seems to be very short printed, and Hero as well. They're both very seeming hard to pull. You don't really get them very easily, is what I'm noticing. A lot of people are saying that it's tougher to pull, but I like that. The Vidramon is only like $1.50 here. You know, Hoover SB for the Machine Dramons are only like $3 for the alternate art. You know, there's a lot of cheaper cards that come through, but there's, you know, like Magna Angemon, a really good Setcon pickup. You know, $1. TKs that have been sitting for way too high, way too long, you know, are $1 here. $1.38 for ties. Mimi's 50 cents. You know, very vital cards that in Tamers wise are now hard to get for a lot of newcomers. This now brought a lot of those decks down in price, and which I'm grateful for. That makes it more affordable for brand new players to get in, and I respect that. And, you know, it doesn't change the fact that, you know, let's go Tai Kamiya. So let's take a look here. So Tai Kamiya, the special $5.76 here. Tai finally dropped down to $2 here. This card was sitting at an expensively high price. You know, it was sitting at 10s and 5s. Now it finally dips down to 2s. So, good to see that happening, you know, and then $10 here. So there are a lot of value here, like for the effect of the reprints. It definitely brought down a lot of the cards down, which is what you want to see in card games, is that reprints kind of bring down a little bit more budget class when they've been astronomical for the longest time. So it's good to see that it's affecting the market like it needs to. And even still, for new players, you can still get a lot of your cards cheaper through the Resurgence Booster. And it's worth it to pick it up that way. If you're picking up the Resurgence Booster at 50s, like close to 60s, you're definitely making at least some of your money back. There's just such a high gamble of you not, and that's really big issues. So, things I want to talk about real quick. Some kind of points. Good things about this set, and I'm going to be straightforward about it, is reprints of all types for all types of player, old and new. It helps. Let's be honest, there are some older players that never really had to flip cards because they weren't comfortable with certain cards. There was a lot of good value and everything like that. They were sitting on, when cards reach like $30, $40 a pop and you're not playing it, you flip it. Well, when good things come back to you, you kind of get these older cards at a cheaper price. Now you get to at least have them back into your collection, which is never bad. Then you have new promo cards we didn't get before, which is the Darabi, the Amphi, and the Siriusmon were all new cards that we never had access to. Now we do. You know, all foils, which really do help out with the max rarity player fan base or foil fan base, the ones that just like their deck to be shiny and do, you know, the things they want. Now, let's get into the bad. There's a lot of bad stuff here, and I'm being very much subjective with my data. I'm not trying to make this personal. I really ain't. I am not. I really do believe this set is a good set to an extent. My issues come from ratios, and it seems like that's the biggest issue between the player base. But new super rare cards are harder to pull. Ratios is on par of Rising Wind Booster of 12 packs per box while we had 24. So what do I mean by this? So I've watched enough videos to look at openings. So in JP, they had at least 3 new super per box and an alternate or a secret in their box, with an alternate security rookie or a mem boost taking up a slot. So that's kind of where their ratios was. We kind of had that same ratio. Like, I can look at my cards right now and tell you, I have 2 alternate arts and then 2 super rares. I think I got 3, did I not? I don't remember. I think I only got 2. So we got 1 less super rare. A little bit. Some people definitely got above a little bit, but definitely you got a lot less for the bang for your buck. You got basically what would 12 packs equate to when we had 24, which is basically we're paying double the price of the 1 box, and we're getting the 1 box of new cards. So that's kind of what's a deterring factor on a lot of people, and that is just data taking in. I've watched at least 6 to 7 videos. I watched the case opening of the Rising Wind Booster and then our Resurgence Booster. Just the same level of a top end was basically 1 box. I think Bandai didn't... I'm going to go with a Fallout throw out here and say Bandai did this intentionally to get back at us for all the players that complained about not getting the new reprint cards in the set, because they didn't want to worry about, you know, you have new players and everything like that. I get that. There's a lot more new players than there are long game players sometimes, and, you know, or players that just want to get cards for cheaper, that just don't want to be breaking piggy banks because they have families. You know, there's a lot of people in this economy that are in the 25 to 40 range playing this card game. So you have to take this into account. There's a lot less younger player base than there are older. So a lot of responsibilities are put on this kind of things. So security rookies, alternate security rookies were taken out of the set, which was a hindrance, yes, but they kind of made it up with exclusive promos that we get. So it's not too bad. Could have been better. Alternate memory boosts were taken out of the set, and it was brought to a buy only at big box stores. Adventure box at $24.99 MSRP. The problem comes down to it is people are buying them out to flip them. There are people that are just straight up doing that, or people that are buying it all out because they're looking for extremely 2 set play sets just because they don't want to swap things around. That's fine. You can always pick up now, because there is this new version, you can pick up the other memory boost alternate art and have a good shot at that. Way too many memory boosts in a box. I really think that there could have been a ratio change here, and it wouldn't affect the reprint value here as much, and they could have brought up super rares at least 3 cards. If you took down from 10 to 9, and that was kind of our memory boost situation, bring them into 7 memory boosts, boom, 6 or 7, boom, brought that up to the new super rares. The set would be mint gold for all player base. I think there would be very little to no complaints, and everybody would actually be completely happy with this set. I think it's just ratios was the biggest issue. Rares, you don't even get 1 of each in a box. I noticed out that you don't even get Regulus or a hero sometimes, or you don't even get the father, who is, you know, Amano Akoa, or whatever the heck he is, this white guy. The white tamer here. So definitely you don't get him, and that's kind of like a big disappointment for a lot of players, because they want to have at least being able to buy a box and getting 1 of each new card is kind of a big draw point to a lot of players. They don't want to have to be hunting other stuff. But, you know, initial thoughts, definitely a ball was dropped on this set. I really do think so. Ratio is the biggest complaint that I've seen by far on this set. Nothing else was really massively complaints-wise, was first off is that the biggest complaint is the ratios. Second biggest complaint is people complaining about the set after, so many players complained about not having the reprints in it. Well, I'm not complaining the reprints are in it. I'm not. I'm really being straightforward here. I don't mind the reprints in it. I think it's pretty solid. I think the reprints were good. And I'm trying to be subjective here. My biggest issue, and it seems like a lot of players' issues, is ratios. Ratios is the biggest turnoff right now, and that's what's avoiding people buying this product. Do I expect this to drop to EX1 standards? Yes. I do think we'll be seeing $30 boxes eventually for this product, just because it's just going to sit on the shelves. Once, especially since we're only a month away from having BT14, the set will not move as fast as you think. Older players, but a good for new players. I do say there is some value here for new players just because of all the reprints, especially if you just got in the game, let's say BT10, you're not going to have access to these older cards. Now you do. And, it's tougher because we don't have BT9s right now. If you go from BT10, BT9, BT7, and BT6, and all the EXs in between, you definitely know that there's a lot of harder cards to get your hands on. Older players that has all this stuff are buying singles definitely is one big thing about this. If you're an older player, you don't need anything from the set. Save your money, buy the singles. You're going to save money buying the singles anyway. And just buy it slowly. You don't have to buy these right away to get the decks competitive. I'm going to be straightforward with it. These decks are not going to be meta defining until closer to the BT15, because that's when LMM, the limited product for Ghost Game, is released, and you will be able to play the cards in that set. So the decks become competitive. I think Amphimon's like the only one really pulling ahead afterwards. The problem comes down to is also these cards were a little far too late. I think Rising Wind should have came out, to be honest with you, before 12. I think having it before 12 and EX like 3 would have been fine. I feel like a lot of sets have that issue, especially EX sets had that issue, is that they were good for like 2 formats ago. But we're now seeing a shift with EX5, but that's another video. So without further ado, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace!